Hi guys, so if you're looking at this image, you are probably thinking the same as I was thinking, what the F? What the hell is going on here? Well, this is Brexit. This is a consequence of Brexit. So it says here, and this is from the Daily Mirror, it says, Brexit pottiness is forcing a firm to ship plants from Ireland to Wales on a 1,400 mile three-nation detour. So what's happening is, what used to happen was that a plant supplier, a garden centre probably in northern Wales, would place an order in the Republic of Ireland. The goods would be put on a van or on a truck, and they would be sent to Dublin, and then they would cross the Irish Sea, arrive in Holyhead, and then continue on to their final destination. And all of this took about 12 hours in total. So it went on to say the 170-mile journey between the nursery in Carnarvon in northern Wales and its supplier in Kilkenny used to take just 12 hours via Holyhead. So this was quite a reasonable amount of time, 12 hours to arrive at the final destination. It goes on to say, now red tape from Brexit, of course, means a 4-day marathon via France, the Netherlands and England at £280 a trolley instead of what it used to be, which was just £100. So it used to cost £100 to travel, to deliver these goods from Ireland to northern Wales. Now it's costing £280. So who pays at the end of the day? The consumer. I said this before, Brexit is going to impact the poor and the working class most of all. The likes of Boris Johnson, Nigel Farage and Jacob Rees-Mogg, they will not be affected. Or the effect will be minimal. So Mr. Neil, who runs this nursery in northern Wales, said it's ridiculous and not sustainable. He went on to say that Holyhead is the best solution, but we can't find hauliers because they worry about paperwork errors holding them up. I've talked about this before. Many haulage companies want to deliver goods. That's their job. But they run the risk of having a truck sitting in a port, which is costing them huge amounts of money, and it's also costing the companies involved with that, with those products, huge amounts of money. Because if a lorry is stuck at a port, you still have to pay the driver. You have to provide food for that driver or resources and fuel as well. And and of course, if the product is sitting on a truck, it's not being sold. And if it's perishable, then it's becoming unsaleable. It's unsellable. So many haulage companies are deciding to turn work away. Not because they don't want to do it, it's because they're afraid of these problems regarding the paperwork. So he went on to say, the only way is via Europe on existing trade routes. It makes no sense, but it's our only option. This was what the man at the nursery in Wales said. So it goes on to say plants are now delivered to Robespierre, which is in the south of the Republic of Ireland, and then shipped to Dunkirk in northern France. They then go by road to Aalsmeer in the Netherlands and join up with other plants that are finally imported. So the plants are coming together from Ireland, from other parts of Europe, and then they're loaded into a larger consignment. It's driven to the port of Rotterdam in the Netherlands and then finally shipped to Harwich in Essex. Then it travels another 330 miles across England to its final destination in Wales. Mr. Neil went on to say that they used to use a thing called groupage, where shipments from different firms would go on one lorry. So this, of course, was a way of saving money. You know, if there's a lorry going from A to B, many companies will, and it's maybe organized online, many companies would be able to load all their products onto one lorry instead of having lorries traveling back and forth empty or half empty or whatever, because it's more cost effective to have a lorry travel full, not empty. And we've seen reports of how trucks are traveling into the UK full and returning empty because they're afraid of the bureaucratic problems and the Brexit red tape. So going forward, I'm really concerned about the port of Holyhead. They've already decided to lay off some staff. There is talk about consolidating existing ports around Wales into one at Holyhead. But this effect is cumulative, because what happens is the less traffic there is through Holyhead, the less possibility there is to develop the port, to invest more in it. Because if something isn't working very well, if there's how can I say, less traffic passing through it, you're going to have less support from government to invest in it. It becomes unsustainable. And the irony of all of this, of course, is that the people of Wales voted for Brexit. I don't know about this particular nursery in the north of Wales, but the people of Wales voted for this. And now they're suffering the consequences. Maybe some of them are not. But as I've said before on numerous occasions, Boris Johnson, Jacob Rees-Mogg and Nigel Farage are not suffering the consequences. Or if they are, it's very, very minor. The ordinary people of Britain are suffering the consequences. This is unsustainable. You can't continue in this way. It's unsustainable for businesses. It's unsustainable for the environment. It adds a huge amount of pollution traveling these extra thousands of or hundreds of miles for nothing, for bureaucracy, because of Brexit. Let me know in the comments section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?